return to the September 5 here on the Games of 90, after take a look at Supermarket Sweep earlier in the year. Now take a look at one of the few game shows taped out of Atlantic City. Now time to play Trump Card.
From the spectacular Trump Castle in world-famous Atlantic City, it's time to play television's non-stop game of knowledge, Trump Card. And now, here's the star of Trump Card, Jimmy Cefelo.
Trump Card is an interesting beast. Set in Trump Castle, 3 players answer trivia questions in order to fill their bingo cards in order to win cash prizes on a really simplistic, yet beautiful-looking set. This game is little more than 2 gimmicks. The first gimmick is that it's named after where the show is being housed in Atlantic City thanks to Donald Trump himself, which led to a really stilted introduction during the premiere by the Donald himself.
Thank you, Jimmy. It's great to be on the same team as you. I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome our viewers to Trump Card. It's an intelligent and challenging game, and in the great tradition of America, if you're smart and persevere, there's a good chance you'll come out on top.
I certainly agree with that, Donald.
I hope so.
All right.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump.
Meh. Let's be honest. Trump's luster is already fading in 1990, so don't expect that much of a boost for him. What really matters for the rest of the package is the show itself. And to be honest, the show was okay. I actually liked it. I'll explain why.
And now, here's the star of Trump, Jimmy Cefelo.
Welcome to glamorous Trump Castle in Atlantic City, New Jersey, everyone, where the turn of a Trump card can turn knowledge into cash, over $15,000. Our 3 contestants are eager to match wit, so let's play Trump Card.
The host of the show is former Miami Dolphin and current Joe Paterno apologist Jimmy Cefelo. As a host, he was really nothing special. He is what we call in the game show community as adequate. He isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it really doesn't make you say he's a damn good host. To be frank, being adequate for this type of show is a good thing. And I say that because the show itself is also rather pedestrian, with the exception of the second gimmick, and that's the bingo element to this game. The main element in Trump Card is to fill up your card and move on to the Trump Card bonus and win $10,000. In the first round, the goal is to fill the 4 corners of your 15-number card. The contestant in control picks one of the 4 categories, and host Cefelo asks a question. If you get it right, 1 corner of the card is covered. Get it wrong, and you're frozen out of the next question, and Jimmy moves on to the next category in line. The first contestant to fill out the 4 corners wins $750. Not bad for one round 1990. Round 2 was the same as round 1, but this time the goal was to fill the middle line first, so 5 questions to get to the goal and earn $1,500. In this round they added a new twist to the game, and that's the titular Trump card. Jimmy says it will block the progress of one of your opponents. To clarify that statement a little bit, it would force the Trump player to answer a question correctly in order to remove the card and continue on with the game. That's just one part. It also puts up an additional delay on when they could buzz in, something along the lines of 1 to 2 seconds. It's a nice twist to spice up a bland game like this. Most contestants would wait until round 3 to play their cards, or if they're gutsy, not play them at all, because if a champion doesn't play their Trump card in the main game, they get a boost in the end game, which I will get into later. And round 3 is a generic speed round to fill up the rest of their card. A right answer fills up 1 space on the card, and a wrong answer blocks them out for the next question. And in this round, getting on a roll is a key element to the game. This is where a lot of contestants play their Trump cards to block the progress of one of their opponents. The strategy is that if you wait until someone else plays their Trump card on someone that isn't you, you can play your Trump card on them and have a big advantage on your opponents and run roughshod and win the game. The first person to fill their card wins $3,000 and moves on to the bonus game. Unlike Whiskey's challenge, this show was just throwing away money, much like Donald Trump and a lot of his bad real estate decisions during this time. The bonus game was a lift of catchphrases bonus game mixed with blockbusters. The contestant had to make a line either across, up and down, or diagonal. Before starting, the winning contestant picked a card from the model special deck. Oh right, I completely forgot the model. Sorry. Debbie Massey was her name, and she was put on the show to serve as an attractive set piece and hand out the Trump cards in round 2. Other than that, she served no purpose whatsoever as more of an afterthought than anything else. She's best described as being one of those models who was there because Vanna was popular at the time, and let's be honest, we saw a lot of those in the mid-80s to early 90s. Now we get back to the bonus game. The contestant picked a card from Debbie's deck, and that number was given to the contestant. If they still had their trump card, they got to pick 2. After the free numbers were given, the contestant would call out a number and Jimmy would ask a question. If they got it right, they got the number. If wrong, the number is blacked out, and they'd have to make a new line. If they managed to fill a line in 45 seconds, they won $10,000. Pretty good money for 1990 standards. Now, pardon me if I have to read notes for a second, but I want to explain how the Trump Card Championship worked, because the entire series was basically a tournament. They would invite back the 21 biggest money winners, with the decider being how fast they won the bonus game. And the biggest winner in the 7 preliminary games got to pass the finals, where the other 6 winners would play off at 2 semifinal games. You see, the biggest winner would be if they won the $10,000 in the bonus game and in the fastest amount of time. That was another decider. The prelims and the semis had no money given out save for $3,000 for winning the game and $10,000 if they won the bonus game. Now, the 3 finals would play one more game, and the winner got $10,000, and the runners have got $2,500 each just for showing up. Still, pretty good money. Kind of like how Jeopardy did it back in the day. Except this little catch. They also hyped up a $100,000 jackpot, but that was only given away if they won the last bonus game. And shocker of shockers, that never happened. So this goes along the line with a lot of Donnie Mid's Tournament of Champions has never given away the top prize. Go figure. And let's be honest, that single moment, that single finale, really dampers a really good show. While pedestrian, Trump Card oozed class and was a fun game to watch. The bingo elements and the trump cards themselves may well have been another Quiz Kids challenge into something memorable and worth watching. It's not going to blow you away, but it's pretty darn good. Oddly enough, the show is inspired by the UK show Bob's Full House, hosted by Bob Monkhouse. It's a superior version to Trump Card and it's worth watching on YouTube. After Trump Card was cancelled in the US, the UK revived it under the name One to Win with Andrew O'Connor as host, basically aping everything about Trump Card and cheapening it because of the UK's cap on game show winnings. And One to Win is actually still worth a good look itself. Now, I'd like to apologize for not having Trump Card up as soon as I promised. As you can tell, getting moved into a new place, well, it kind of slows down your groove. And plus, I wanted to get the inductions out as soon as I can because those are pretty much more important than the games of 90. But now, I'm all settled in, and we have the main event for the September 5. And that is the Challengers, and it is coming next month. Until then, bye-bye!